Welcome to Fixing Cars with 15th Street Automotive. Our next car is a 2011 GMC Terrain with a 2.4 four-cylinder. Customer's concern is they have a check engine light. Let's go scan the code, see what we got. Okay, so I got the scanner hooked up, pulled the codes. Looks like we have a P0010 intake camshaft position actuator solenoid valve circuit. And then we have a P0172 fuel trim system rich. That fuel trim system rich may be an indication or a false code based on the first code. That P0010, pretty common code for these engines. Let's research this just a little bit. So if we look up P0010, it is an intake camshaft position actuator solenoid valve control circuit. Conditions for setting the DTC. ECM detects that the commanded state of the driver and the actual state of the control circuit do not match for more than 5 seconds. Basically that says if the computer is commanding it, the solenoid didn't function. So if we go down here to component testing, we'll see that the solenoid requires 8 to 13 ohms between the two terminals. So let's go out and test the resistance of those solenoids, and we'll see what we see. So that P0010 code is a pretty common code with these engines. There are solenoids on the variable cam timing that control the oil pressure into the phasers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the covers off the engine here and we're going to test those solenoids. There's a clamp down here that holds the air cleaner to the throttle body. Take that off. Pop that up. Clamp over here on the air filter. Take that off. And that should just pop off. Set that aside. Take the oil filter cap off and you can get this cover off here. It just pops up. I'm going to set this off to the side. So here's your two solenoids. This is your intake solenoid. This is your exhaust solenoid. So we're going to test these solenoids. You just pull these caps off one at a time. Black one's your exhaust, white one's your intake. Take your multimeter, put it on ohms. Zero it. So here's your two solenoids here. The white one is the intake and the black one is your exhaust. We take our ohm meter, zero it out, make sure we're good. Okay. Just measure resistance across the two terminals. For that one we got 60,000 ohms. The spec on this is 8 to 13 ohms. Check this one here on the exhaust. It's 11.8. So the exhaust one's in spec and it's not set in a code. The intake is set in a code. And it's that's 44 ohms right there. So way out of spec. It's going to need a solenoid. Okay, so we got the parts for that Terrain, 2 new solenoids. If you're going to replace those, replace them with AC Delco parts, genuine GM parts. Some of the off-brand parts can be problematic. So white one or the gray one is for the intake, and we're going to replace the exhaust one as well. Customer wanted to just get the job done, so this is the exhaust one. So what we're going to do is we're going to check these, make sure that the specs are the way we want to see them. So take our multimeter, hold them to the contacts here. Oops. And we have 10.6 ohms. Perfect. Here's the one for the exhaust. And it's got, 10.5 ohms, 10.7 ohms. So they're good. Let's put them in. Bolts are loose. Twist, little twist. And they'll pop up. Don't drop that bolt. The new one's out of the box. O-ring right there. Take a little oil there. Put that O-ring. And the capture bolt. Black one's for the exhaust. Slide it down in there. Take the other one. Gray for the intake. Take a little bit of grease. Put that O-ring there. In there. Like that. Clean up your mess. Reattach your harness. Place these covers here. Little filler cap. And there you go. Okay, now with the engine running, you can see that on the bottom graph, it's desired intake cam degrees, and the top is the actual intake cam degrees. And you can see the actual and the desired mirror each other now. So the problem before was that the computer would command it, so the desired would move up and down, but the actual intake cam angle wouldn't change as fast. That's why it was stalling and dying, causing that check engine light. So, looks like all's fixed. Thanks, we'll see you next time.